Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report.
How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, well. Hey, got some strange news here. Former WWE talent Scott Hall, of course he wasn't at the Hall of Fame, he's been hospitalized following a drug overdose, reports WrestlingNewsWorld.com. No further details have been available at this time, but I don't know, the former IC champion, and he was IC champion for quite a while, has been battling serious health issues over the past year or so, and was hospitalized back in June with double pneumonia, which has affected both lungs, I guess, and he was hospitalized again in August due to complications from the pneumonia. After recovering, Hall checked into a WWE-sponsored rehab facility and checked out early in October. Hall was hospitalized weeks later as he needed a pacemaker implanted into his heart. Hall announced last week he would not be on hand for the WrestleMania 27 festivities, Georgia, because the atmosphere would be detrimental to his quest to stay sober. Mine also. He posted his last Twitter message Sunday night while watching WrestleMania 27, writing, "Taker wins. I hope the best for him. I hope he can keep himself straightened up." Alright, CM Punk took aim at the rookies on NXT yesterday on Twitter, writing that NXT rookies are so passionate about our sport they can't even remember what happened to WrestleMania 2 nights before. This is embarrassing. Pre-sale code, by the way, June 18th for WWE Super Show at Izod Center, East Rutherford, New Jersey is Access. The pre-sale begins this morning. Tammy Lynn Cinch, who was enshrined last Saturday in WWE's Hall of Fame, indicated on her Facebook account that a WWE diva is engaged to be married. She says, "Can't believe it, one of my favorite divas is marrying one of my favorite Food Network chefs." Man, she's lucky. She's a lucky girl. All that amazing food all the time. Cinch stated that she would not reveal who it is until the diva in question goes public. Well, some people can't keep their mouth shut, and then some they can't. All right, what else we got here? Looks like last week, if you remember, I reported WWE was eradicating itself of the word wrestling. So John Cena and Randy Orton is no longer wrestlers, they're superstars, stars, or sports entertainers. Even the company's name is getting overhauled, dropping the phrase World Wrestling Entertainment in favor of simply just WWE. And I dare people to go up to them and say, "Hey, what's WWE stand for?" They all don't stand for nothing. I don't know if TNA is going to be heading the same direction or not, but apparently we've lost wrestling. The Los Angeles Times, by the way, has featured an article looking at the latest rebranding efforts of WWE, and it includes many of the details on the company's strategy to move forward, as well as comments from the chairman himself, Vince McMahon. Alright, here's a little bit of what Vince had to say. It says, "I think every brand has to recreate itself. I want everyone to look at us as a vastly different way than they have." The article says McMahon plans on going on a spending spree that acquire media assets as would help WWE's business beyond the ring. In particular, WWE marketing and targeting companies involving production and live entertainment and branding. Wouldn't that be a rodeo? Don't they do a lot of branding? It is logical broadening of what we already do, he says. "No one does television production better than we do. It's damn near the Olympics. We know more about live entertainment touring than anyone in the United States." Okay. With very little debt to speak of, he says, almost $70 million cash on hand, WWE has deep pockets and the ability to make vision of its expansion reality. But whether they can do it, XFL, I don't know. I mean, it's a good idea. Of course, they're giving this to the investors, stockholders, so they'll invest more money. They can use their money rather than Vince's. Vince don't want to use his money, I don't think. All right, what else have I got here? Got a lot of other stuff on WWE. Anyway, article looks like it's mixed results of WWE when seen when branching beyond the realm of pro wrestling. With the, you know, of course, like I said, the XFL and WWE New York venture falling flat. You know, the restaurant they had, I think it was just called WWE New York. What's that ring, squared circle or whatever they act in? I wonder what that's going to be called now. Can't be a wrestling ring. Alright. Oh, WWE, or Vince says we're very independent minded and don't see things happening. Anyway, as Tough Enough, I don't know if you've seen that the other night or not. I enjoyed it. I really think it's a totally different thing than NXT. And as noted before, the Tough Enough crew had an incident with Matt Hardy during WrestleMania 27 in Atlanta. The incident happened at the Marriott Marquis Hotel, and the Tough Enough crew were booked there to stay away from the main, hotel of WWE. Fans had purchased WWE travel packages from WWE, were also staying there. The only details that was going on that's been out is Matt Hardy and his girlfriend Reba Sky got into a shouting match with some of the contestants, I guess at 3 a.m. in front of a bunch of fans. There was no major happenings at the WWE's WrestleMania after party this year. The Rock's Norris Snooki or the McMahon family had attended, and some of the names in attendance were Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman, Lita, and Awesome Kong. I like seeing Awesome Kong come over and just slam the shit out of Matt Hardy and his girlfriend. Might as well make it right. And Matt and his girlfriend, they were turned away from being let in. Probably what started the shouting match. All of the WWE talent, by the way, were given concussion tests over the past weekend. I need that. I don't know what my wife does to the back of my head. Anyway, Kip Billy Gunn James was also in attendance at WrestleMania 27 this past weekend. Alberto Del Rio's dad, Dos Carrera Sr., he was also in attendance without a mask. Major tourist spot for fans in Georgia this past weekend for WrestleMania were Abdullah the Butcher's restaurant and the former home of Chris Benoit. WWE Tough Enough contestant Jeremy Riggs, the MMA fighter, actually met with Terry Taylor at TNA before coming in. They were interested in him because of his appearance and VH1's Daisy of Love and some wrestling experience. Riggs had been training with Dutch Mantel, but decided to focus on his MMA career before trying out for Tough Enough. Apparently MMA was too tough. And I tell you what's so realistic about Tough Enough is running the ring ropes that you would believe how that just wears you out. I don't care how good a shape you're in. Just going back and forth for 3 minutes is fantastic. But anyway, that's kind of the stuff they do down at OVW, FCW, getting wrestlers ready. So it's realistic. Don't have Austin train you though. There are some backstage heat, by the way, on John Morrison and Melina. Pro Wrestling Torch says it centers around the 6-person tag match at WrestleMania 27, where we're seeing Morrison repeatedly brush partner Trish Stratus off. I don't know if you noticed that or not. During the post-match celebration, Stratus hugged Snooki and then went to hug Morrison, but he had already turned his back on her, and Morrison then led Snooki to the corner of the ring and used the Jersey Shore star as a shield to guard himself from Stratus. Ooh, I hope he hadn't changed on me, but anyway, the story behind all that is Morrison's awkward body language is that either he or Melina, his girlfriend, felt Stratus took her spot in the 6-person tag match at WrestleMania 27. The backstage belief is that he either holds Stratus, my fault, in contempt for taking Melina's spot on the card, or had portrayed himself so she would believe he was rude to her. Don't want to make a woman mad. The scorn, you know how old Vicky was when she got scorned. Thank you guys for clicking, and I might as well hit this again.